Hi, boys and girls. Welcome to another day of distance learning. We're going to start counting by twos. Ready, set, go. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. I'm going to do it again. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. Yay! All right, boys and girls. Look, I have some friends joining us today. Some bunnies. It's almost Easter. I'm wondering if any of you have colored Easter eggs. We just did ours yesterday. I was able to get some dye to do it. Maybe you've done it. Maybe you're not going to do it this year. But I'd love to see a picture if you've decorated any eggs. And tomorrow, I'm going to do a cute spring activity with some plastic eggs. So stay tuned. All right, so for today, our bunnies are going to watch us. We are going to do a math lesson. We're going to listen to a story, and we're going to do something a little bit different. Instead of just tapping out and saying words, we're actually going to put it together and start forming sentences. So as a warm-up, we are going to start with our CVC words that we are very familiar with. So we are going to say it, tap it out, and then say it again. Okay, so we're going to look at the word. The word is mud. Can you say mud? Mud. Now we're going to say the parts. Ready? M-U-D. Mud. Good job. The next one is the word Ted. Can you say Ted? It's someone's name. That's why it's uppercase. Ready? T-E-D. Ted. Good job. Next one, lap. Say lap. Tap it out. L-A-P. Lap. Awesome. The next word is not. Say not. Not. Let's tap it out. N-A-T. Not. Awesome. The next one is bed. Can you say bed? Bed. Say it again. Bed. Tap it out. B-E-D. Bed. Awesome. All right, so let's take Ted. I used to know someone named Ted. Ted is a person's name. Lap. I'm putting my hands on my lap. That's my lap. I'm not going to do it. The next one is not. Boys and girls, can you put one of these words in a sentence and tell an adult? I know you can do it. Awesome. All right, next, we are going to do something different. So you're going to need some lined paper, not lined paper. If you don't have paper, if you have lined paper, great. If you just have regular white copy paper, that's fine too, but you are going to need a piece of paper. I am going to say a sentence and you are going to write the sentence, okay? So we're putting everything that we know about our CVC words and our letters and our sounds, we're putting it together now and we're going to form a sentence. Make sure that you use your finger spaces, okay? You have a space between your words. And I know that you're gonna do very well with this. The first sentence is, I went to the shop. I went to the shop. Okay, ready? Now I have a board. I know you don't have your boards here at home. That's okay. White piece of paper is fine. I went to the shop. I went. Popcorn word. W-E-N-T. To the. And I'm not going to be able to fit it. That's okay. I'm going to go down here. Shh. S-H. Ship. Shh. Ah, 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 ah. Say O, octopus, ah. O, octopus, ah. Good. Ah, p. And then boys and girls, what goes at the end of my sentence? This is a telling sentence. I went to the shop. I'm going to put a period. I went to the shop. Copycat, boys and girls. I went to the shop. Now you do it. You can pause the video if you need to. Good job. Next sentence. I'm going to erase my board. He was not sad. He was not sad. I'm going to make the H uppercase because it's at the beginning of the sentence. He was not sad. I'm not sure on my B's and my D's, I'm gonna make my bed and I'm gonna look down, okay? B is at the beginning, the D is at the end. B-ed. He was not sad. He was not sad. Copycat, boys and girls. That means you do it. If you need to pause the video, you can pause the video. He was not sad. So I'm noticing in my writing, boys and girls, I have an uppercase letter at the beginning, I have a period at the end, and I used finger spaces. The words I didn't know, I was able to tap out. Not CVC, consonant, vowel, consonant, sad, same thing. Was is a popcorn word. We should know how to spell that. And so is he. All right? So we're going to start putting our CVC words together, and we're going to start making sentences. And I know that we haven't really done this at school, but we're going to start doing it here on the videos. And I know that you can all do it because you're super smart. Super smart. All right, next, put my board to the side. And I have a problem-solving task for you next, okay? So I'd like you to close your eyes, and I'd like you to listen to what I'm saying, okay? Jen went to a birthday party. At the party, she saw a dish of 8 jelly beans. Some were red and some were green. Okay, open your eyes. Now, just like at school, I'm going to read it again. Okay, so picture it inside your mind. Jen went to a birthday party. At the party, she saw a dish of 8 jelly beans. Some were red and some were green. Open your eyes and draw a picture of the jelly beans. So I'm going to get my paper and I'm going to draw the jelly beans. How many jelly beans were there, boys and girls? That's right, 8. So I'm going to make 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 jelly beans. 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I always want to make sure that my picture is accurate, that it's correct. Because if you make one more or one less, the problem's going to be completely wrong. So always want to check your work. Check, check, and recheck. All right. Now, some are red, and some are green. So you're going to want to get a red or a green marker or crayon. Some. So everyone's answer could be different, okay? There's no right or wrong here. You want to make some of them red and some of them green, okay? So I think on mine, I'm going to go ahead and do it, and you go ahead and do it, okay? Some are red, and some are green. Okay. Did you color some of them red and green? All right. So did I. So I made it that 3 of them were red and 5 of them were green. And then I labeled them. You always want to label the parts. Now my next step to show my work, what good math problem solvers do, is they put it in a number sentence and a number bond. So I have the 3 and the 5, okay? I have 3 and I have 5. I'm going to put them together, put the plus sign in the middle, equals, how many all together? 8 jelly beans. And what are we talking about? We're talking about jelly beans. Okay, so I want to label that now. I'm going to go a step beyond. Oh, I can't fit it on my board. That's okay. I can go right underneath. Okay, there we go. So 3 plus 5 equals 8, and then I wanted to label that I am in fact talking about jelly beans. I'm going to circle my answer. Now I'm going to put that number sentence in the number bond, okay? So let's see, I'm going to go like this, 8, 3, and 5, and there's my number bond, okay? Now I'm going to show you a different way. Yours may be different because some of them, it's not telling you how many you have to make as long as it's some. And some means more than one, okay? Okay, so I'm going to start again, and I'm going to show you a different way. I'm going to start off with my 8, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Some I made it so that 6 of them were red and 2 of them are green. Okay, now I'm going to put that in a number sentence. So I just need to pop my signs in there. 6 plus 2 equals 8. And what is it that we're talking about? 8 what? 8 unicorns? 8 bunnies? No, 8 jelly beans. So we want to write jelly beans. Going off the paper here, that's okay. 8 jelly beans, and I'm going to circle that. That's the total. I just came about it a different way. That's another combination of 8. 6 and 2, okay? Now I'm going to put that in the number bond, which is part, whole. You say it, boys and girls. Part, whole. So I have 6 and 2 make 8, okay? I can flip it if I want to. 2 plus 6 equals 8. I can also do it this way. 8 equals 6 plus 2. Okay, that's another way to solve the problem. All right, awesome job, boys and girls. If you need to pause the video and kind of edit your work a little bit, go back and add some more details to it. Maybe you forgot something. Maybe you forgot to label your picture. Go ahead and do that right now. Okay. All right, I'm going to put that off to the side. Next, for today's lesson is the little red hen. Maybe you've heard this story, maybe you've heard a version of this story. We are going to listen to this story today. We're going to talk about characters. We're going to talk about setting, where and when the story takes place. We are going to do a picture walk through the book before, because that's what good readers do, to find out information about the story, okay? Just by looking at the pictures, not looking at the words. And I know that you're familiar with this. So the little red hen, I'm not going to read the words. Sometimes I want to read the words, but I'm like, nope, just looking at the pictures. All right, so I'm gonna look at the pictures. And I see animals. What do you see, boys and girls? I see a cow, a pig, a dog is eating a bone. I see a hen. She's watering flowers. Okay. I see a hen. It looks like she's talking with the cow. Okay. It looks like they're definitely on a farm. Put this down a little bit. Dude, definitely on a farm. That's what I'm guessing is the setting of the story. So far, I see animals as characters in the story. It appears that the animals are talking, so I'm guessing that this is definitely a fiction story. Animals don't really talk to each other. Here we go. Wearing clothes, another characteristic of fiction. Animals are wearing clothes and doing human characteristics, doing things that humans do, because humans water plants. Not hens, with a watering can. Oh, and she looks like she's in a field of wheat. She's definitely on her farm. So the hen is in the field of wheat. The hen looks like she picked some wheat. We use wheat for flour, boys and girls. You grind it up and you make it into flour. And then you bake with it. You can make pizza, you can make muffins. Now she's putting it in a wheelbarrow. And she's taking it somewhere. The cow and the other animals are watching. And she looks like she's proud of herself. Maybe because she's filled it up. Oh, and looks like it got ground down to flour. Made it into flour, it looks like, and now it's packaged. Looks like it's packaged and it's going somewhere. The flour is traveling somewhere. The other animals are looking at her with the bags of flour. Oh, now she's making something with it. I wonder if she's making bread or muffins. Oh, what's she making there? Look at that, bread. Oh, it looks delicious. Looks delicious. I have a connection to this. I just made muffins a few minutes ago. Mine were grain-free, though. I didn't use flour, but I did bake. She has the bread. The animals look sad. And it looks like the hen is not going to not going to share the bread. I wonder why. Oh, she's enjoying it by herself and she looks really happy about it. Okay, so now we're going to listen to the story, The Little Red Hen, retold by award-winning author Carol Agadetti, illustrated by Reggie Holiday. The Little Red Hen. Like I said, maybe you've heard this book before, maybe you've heard another version of it, or maybe this is the first time you've heard the story. So we're going to listen and gain some information about the story. Then we're going to talk about it. Once upon a time, a little red hen lived on a farm with a dog, a pig, and a cow. The little red hen grew flowers to make into special teas. The dog, the pig, and the cow lazed about in the warm sun. They ate and slept and watched the little red hen work in her garden. She's working hard in her garden. She has a flower garden right here. The little red hen scratched the ground every morning looking for her breakfast. One day she dug up some grains of wheat. "Look," she squawked to the other animals, "if we plant this grain, we'll have bread for our tea." "Who will help me plant the grain?" asked the little red hen. "Not I," said the dog. "I am gnawing this bone." "Not I," said the pig. "I am stirring the mud." "Not I," said the cow. "I am swatting flies with my tail." The little red hen sighed. A little sigh. "I guess I'll have to plant it myself," she said. And she did. So she's planting it all by herself, the wheat. All summer long, the little red hen watered and weeded her wheat. But the dog, the pig, and the cow always said they were too busy to help. There she is. She's watering the wheat all by herself. Look at this. Wow. Very successful. The wheat grew really, really tall. By the end of summer, the wheat stood tall and golden. It was ready to be cut and threshed. That means bound. "Who will help me cut and thresh the wheat?" the little red hen asked the other animals. "Not I," said the dog. "It's nap time." "Not I," said the pig. "There are new apples to eat in the orchard." "Not I," said the cow. "I'm chewing my cud." The little red hen sighed a big sigh. "I guess I'll have to thresh it myself," she said. And she did. So she's really working hard, okay? And she's doing it all by herself. She cut the wheat with her sharp beak, and then she tied it into bundles and shook loose all the grains. She's working really, really hard. This kind of reminds me of when we get our 10 piles into bundles, and then we tie them with an elastic. Kind of reminds me of that a little bit. The little red hen loaded the wheat grains into the wheelbarrow. It would be nice to have some help pushing this to the mill, she thought. I wonder if the animals will help her. "Who will help me take the grain to the mill?" the little red hen asked the other animals. "Not I," said the dog. "I have to guard the farm." "Not I," said the pig. "I can't walk that far." "Not I," said the cow. "I would get lost." The little red hen humped a little. "I guess I'll have to take it myself," she said, and she did. They were just making up excuses. They really could have helped her. They just didn't want to. They were being super lazy. At the mill, the miller poured the grain between the millstones. The stone turned round and round, grinding the grain into soft, powdery flour. We talked about that a little bit. The road back to the farm was dusty, and the wheelbarrow was heavy, but the little red hen forgot her tired wings every time she imagined how scrumptious her fresh baked bread would taste. I love fresh warm bread from the oven. Yummy. When she got back to the farm, she asked the other animals, "Who will help me bake some bread?" "Not I," said the dog. "I don't know how to cook." "Not I," said the pig. "I have to curl my tail." "Not I," said the cow. "I'm too big for the kitchen." The little red hen humped a big, "I guess I'll have to bake it myself," she said. And she did, not getting any help from her friends. She did all the work. Now she's going to bake it. The little red hen made bread dough by mixing the flour with some salt, water, and yeast. Do you ever do any cooking, boys and girls? After the dough rose, she put it in the oven to bake. Soon a warm, fragrant smell filled the farmyard. The little red hen pulled the loaf out of the oven. The outside of the bread was crusty and golden brown. The little red hen knew the inside would be white and chewy and delicious. Yummy. Who will help me eat the bread? The little red hen asked with the other animals. I will, said the dog. Watching the farm is hungry work. I will, said the pig. That wonderful smell makes my mouth water. I will, said the cow. I'm finished with my nap. The little red hen shook her head. No, you won't, she said. Why not? Asked the other animals. You would not help me plant the grain, said the little red hen. You would not help me thresh the wheat. You would not help me take the wheat to the miller. You would not help me bake it into bread. So you are not going to help me eat the bread either. I will eat the bread myself. She's not going to share it. I don't really blame her. She did everything herself. And with a nice cup of tea, she did. I wonder if she'll change her mind. Would you change your mind? Maybe she will. Maybe she will tomorrow. I don't know. Have to write a continuation to the story. But we can talk about what we think might happen. So boys and girls, we're going to talk about the setting of the story. The setting of the story. So tell an adult where the story took place. Where did it take place? That's right, on a farm. And who are the characters in the story? The people or animals in the story? Tell an adult, who are the characters? Good readers, if they don't remember, maybe you may have forgotten a character, they look back in the book, okay? There are the characters in the story, boys and girls. Okay, awesome. I would also like you to retell the story to an adult. Say what happened first, then, next, last. Okay, share that with an adult. I hope you enjoyed today's lesson, and I will see you tomorrow.